This is how you remove a battery from a Whisper bike. If you've lost a key or you're trying to steal the battery, or in my case, a lot of the customers bring the bike in for a service and don't bring the key, so we need to get into this to whip the battery out. It's a good thing when you get into this as well, you can check the control module here and check there's no frayed or burnt wires, which quite often is the case with some of these Whisper models. This overheats and it's that tightly packed in there that it melts it. So to get into that, you've got a plastic cover that sits in place there. It's got a couple of screws holding it in place. Fairly straightforward. It is really tightly packed in here, so when you're putting it back together, just make sure you don't nip any of the wires on the seams when you're doing it. I've made a special looking screwdriver. You don't need to get this fancy. I just had too much time and a blowtorch in my hand. So the pin that holds the battery in place is this gold looking bit here. It is spring operated, so you can just pop it back down in place, so hence why the funny shaped screwdriver. You can just go up and underneath, pop it down, and if I had a spare hand just now, I can pop the battery out of place, but I'm holding the camera so I can't. But that's the lock kind of taken out of the battery. You can slide it out and then slide it back in. You'll hear the click as it goes back in place. If you're trying to remove the lock to get a new lock, you can get them from Whisper pretty cheap. There's a couple of screws there, take them out and it comes out pretty easily. You don't need the key to remove it once you have the battery out of place. Hope that helps. Sorry I talked too fast. I'm Scottish.